Hello traders, welcome to ChrisFX. Today I will take you through a 100% winning percentage trading strategy, and before you think that this is bullshit, I strongly advise that you stay and watch this video until the end, because if you understand what I'm going to show you in this video, then success is inevitable. Some quick words about this type of trading. I came across this type of trading by this gentleman, the conscious day trader, and I will be leaving a link down in the description to his YouTube channel. I had never ever seen anybody trading like this before, but I thought I would give it a try and I would combine my unique knowledge, my experience and understanding of the market with this concept of repositioning. And again, I strongly advise that you stay until the end. You might think that this is a gambling strategy, but it is not a gambling strategy at all. If it is a gambling strategy, it is just because you don't know how to trade it. So let's go ahead. I will show you the way I am trading this thing. Let's start from the beginning and you will see how we will be including ICT concepts with this repositioning strategy. What is repositioning? Repositioning is a strategy where you enter positions from a certain point. Let's say that you believe that price might be reversing or price might be continuing with an overall uptrend or a downtrend or whatever it is, and you're building even more positions as price is moving against you. As an example, let's say that we are on GBP USD. I have drawn this thing. If you would be expecting, let's say, for price to retrace from this area right here, and bear with me, many time frames are gonna come into play, then let's say that you would be adding a position exactly right here without a certain stop loss, but stay until the end once again, because you will see that there is a stop loss, but you are just not placing a stop loss right above a previous area or whatever. Let me explain how you work with this strategy and you will see that it can offer a 100% winning percentage. As a matter of fact, this gentleman, the conscious day trader, I think in the past 8 months, he is trading every single day and I think he has lost only one trade. Let me explain then. Let's say that here you have shorted and for example, you are going for your 30 pips, which is gonna be the move that I am going for. Let's say that you are not hitting your 30 pips and price is giving you a little bit of win, let's say 10 pips, and then it is moving against you. What you're doing with this strategy, you keep entering at certain points. Of course, you have to do your analysis, not random points. If you do it on random points, you will be destroyed. You keep, for example, entering, let's say that here there is liquidity above this area right here. Then you might be entering your second trade exactly right here. Okay, let's now suppose that this is gonna move and tap onto this previous area, because this one is in drawdown until it gets tapped. What you can do is, if you haven't hit, let's say, your at least 30 pips, you will be closing your first position. Let's say that 30 pips is down here as an example. When price arrives in the first position, you close your first position at break even and you only leave the second position, the repositioning, as he calls it and as we call it. You only leave this position open and now you can let this one only hit your target. If this doesn't hit now the 30 pips and price goes against you, you keep doing that thing, repositioning, until you get the move you are looking for. And guess what? If you keep repositioning, then it might come to a point where you are, let's say, you keep repositioning for 100 pips even. And let's say that this happens and then price reverses from your last repositioning. What you can do now is either wait for price to come all the way back to the first one. So this one is gonna be closed at break even, but this right here and this right here and this right here are gonna be in huge profit. So you will close all of those other ones in profit. Or what you can do, if you don't believe, if price has left a lot and you don't believe that price can come all the way back to the first one, what you can do is just wait, for example, for price to come right here. if you believe that it's gonna be reacting from here as an example, okay, price is coming exactly at this point right here, and you are closing this in very good profit, this in profit, this in small profit, and this in a loss. But because you are in profit with those three, overall you're gonna close in a win once again. Or even you can close it at break even. Now, for those of you who might say, I have tried this technique and I have lost a lot of money. It is absolutely true, because I'm very sorry to say so, but you don't know how to trade in general, and you don't know how to properly manage and build your risk in your positions. For example, you are going ahead and placing one lot in one position and then another lot in the other and another lot in the other. This is not the way to do it. 1000% this is not the way. Plus, you do not understand premium and discount areas and where price can react from and where you are absolutely safe and how many pips you can handle. As an example, this is one of the trades that I took and I also showed in the signals group, not for them to trade it. I'm not calling such strategies in the signals group. I just showed them that I had entered my first position here, and I will go a little bit through the analysis, and then I was entering through the ChrisFX zones, but price came all the way up here, up here, up here, and I entered 9 times, and then price melted down, and of course all of those were in profit. Now, did I close all the way down here? No, I closed exactly right here. Entry 2 was in a very, very small loss, entry 1 was in a loss, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 were all in a profit. So this move made me a profit. Now, what about the stop loss? Because you might say, if price keeps going once in 1000, let's say that price keeps going up and up and up and up, and you keep selling over here, you will eventually lose the whole account. You're absolutely right. But this is what you don't understand about this strategy, and I'm here to clear it out for you. For example, in the 100k account, I have a stop loss in my mind of how much I'm willing to lose in a certain move that goes against me. And what I'm willing to lose from all the repositioning that I will be doing, and this is how I'm programming everything accordingly, I will lose a maximum of 2.5 or 3% in a whole movement. So if this one right here until here, which was 1,900 loss, if this would be 3,000 loss, I would close all of the positions and I would call it a losing trade. So all of this, I consider it to be one trade, because I will not allow my risk to go below 3%. Now, this is the cool thing with this strategy. If you know what you're doing, and I will explain briefly, and of course you can join a one-on-one with me and I can explain exactly how I'm trading it, as also the perfect reactions from the ChrisFX zones, which you can see again and again, and you can trade this strategy absolutely safely. Go ahead and book a one-on-one call with me, or you can also do it by studying the ChrisFX Academy, where I have all of those concepts, not the repositioning, but I have everything about the ChrisFX zones and how to check out about premium and discount and all that stuff. So after that, you will be prepared to also trade this strategy, which if you do it properly, it will have close to 100% win rate, believe it or not. Now again, yes, you're right. When you will be losing, for example, if I have in my mind that I'm willing to lose in this movement from here to here, let's say the maximum that I'm willing to lose is 3,000 in a 100k account, or in other words, 3%, yes, this will be my loss. But I will be losing one such trade, let's say, in 5 months or in 8 months. But daily, I will be making from $300, which is the minimum, until, let's say, 1,500 in the good scenarios. So these are the wins that I'm gonna be getting, anything between this number and this number on a daily basis. So let's say that I'm getting the minimum number, 20 days with this minimum number, this is 6,000 win. If I do it for 5 months, this is a total of 30,000 win. Then let's say that the 3,000 loss comes, this is 27,000 in profit. So you understand that when one loss comes, because it will eventually come, for this gentleman, for the conscious day trader, and by the way, if you go to his channel, say hi, say that ChrisFX sent us here. For this guy, he has lost only one trade in the past 8 or 9 months. Now, he's trading things differently than I do, but everything we do is based on the same concept, and it is based on premiums, discounts, FVGs. He's using also concepts from ICT, so I'm also using such concepts. Now let me take you through the charts and the logic for this trade right here, and I will make a second part if you want me to. Actually, I'm gonna make this second part and I will be explaining exactly how to trade this strategy. So here, of course, you could be getting a buy order, you could be buying down here. I wasn't trading this one on the challenge account for the moment, so I didn't do so. But here I can tell you, you are doing a multi-time frame analysis starting from the daily. I will go briefly through the strategy and I will make a detailed second video about the strategy. We reacted from this week of the daily time frame, which is an order block, as we all know, and we perfectly tapped onto a ChrisFX zone, as I want to call them, and of course I'm not gonna be revealing what this is. And moving forward, what I was expecting, I scaled down to the 4-hour time frame. I knew that there was a daily FVG, by the way, exactly right here, so price could easily go all the way in here and then come back. But then from the 4-hour time frame, I had identified the ChrisFX areas, and of course there was an FVG here and a beautiful order block above it. Now price. Of course, I am on the 3-minute when I'm checking all those things, as I have shown in my previous video with a 3-minute strategy, and at the very same time I have my sessions open on the chart to check out exactly about the London session and the New York session and all that beautiful stuff. Here I can tell you this was exactly my first entry. When I saw this retracement, this retest, I caught price exactly right here and entered a short, and I wanted to go for my 30 pips, as you can see. Price nonetheless did this thing, as you can see it, and I will show you how it reacted from the ChrisFX zone. There you go. So after this pin bar right here, there was my second entry. Okay, now those entries, guys, are with different lot sizes. So this started with 0.5, this was a 0.5, and then I went 0.3. Okay, there you go. This was another entry on the retracement, and of course I was waiting for price to come and cover these losses, this one and this one. This didn't happen though, and price kept going. There was another entry from the ChrisFX zone right here, 0.3 lots again, and then you see here I was in a good profit. I could have closed, but I was greedy. Normally what you should do right here, you should be closing, because here I did get my 30 pips from all of the positions, but greedy as I was, I let price go down, 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 because I really believed that we were gonna react from this area and come and test those zones, and I paid for it just because price kept going and going. And then of course it was a repositioning nightmare, let's call it, but I was pretty sure that I was gonna make it. Those ones were repositioned with 0.2 to 0.1 lots, and the maximum loss that I arrived at was 1,900, and my imaginary stop loss in my head is 3,000. I was a full 1% away from it, and of course price came back, and this whole repositioning movement made me money. Now I could have entered here as well, but on this challenge I'm not allowed to trade during the weekends, and it was Friday. This is why exactly, okay, it was Thursday night, let's say, I wasn't willing to go through this whole thing, even though as it seems I would have made it right here, but I didn't enter. Otherwise I would be entering a buy exactly right here. So this is pretty much how this strategy is working. You are doing your analysis from the daily time frame, and you are going through areas of premium and discount. For example, you can check out how much price has retraced until here. You're highlighting order blocks, fair value gaps from the daily, from the 4-hour to the 1-hour, then to the 15-minute. You have to be awake during London time, ideally, but of course you can trade outside of London time, but it is the most ideal thing to do because then you have your ICT kill zones where you can check how price reacts from 7 until 2, and from 2 to 5 you might have your entry already, and then you either gonna hit your 30 pips or you will reposition and reposition. And if you are afraid of it, you don't need to be afraid, because this is why we're doing the daily analysis. What would be the odds of price, let's say after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bearish days where price is also tapping on a daily order block? Okay, what would be the odds that you would get a buy from here, as an example, on the 3-minute time frame, which would be, let's go down to the 3-minute time frame in this exact area. So I will show you how price looked. What would be the odds if you would be buying here and going for your 30 pips, let's say, which you would have hit already, exactly right here. Let's say that price would go against you, okay? Then it would go here, then it would go here on these areas. I will go back to the daily and ask you the same thing. What do you think are the odds that price was gonna keep going down and down and down without a slight retracement? You know what this means? If you're experienced in trading as I am, this means that those people who would be selling at a certain point, let's say, that price wouldn't give them any single drawdown, and price wouldn't retrace at all, and price would keep going in a straight line down. This is a thing that the market would never ever do. Plus, price would never do that perfectly, tapping on an order block and going, because this would mean that things would be very easy for those people who are trading order blocks or FVGs. At some point, price would need anyways to do that and grab some liquidity. Even in the worst case scenario, until here you could close either with a very small loss or at break even. Or if price would go back here to grab this liquidity and continue, you would close in a win. This is the basic logic of this strategy, and of course, for those of you who think this is gambling, by all means do not go and trade it. I'm just telling you that you don't know how to trade it. This is why it is gambling for you, because overall you don't know how to trade and you are not aware of all the concepts and how to put a story together. Anyways, this is the strategy. Please go ahead and leave me a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more free educational content. Also, check out the ChrisFX Academy and feel free to book an one-on-one mentoring with me or join the trading signals, where we are trading only indices with an 80% and above winning strategy. This is gonna do it for today, traders, and thank you all for watching. Until next time.